Hey future self, it's your past self here, and as you can tell, there's new everything going on. I got a new haircut, and we have a new background, and as you can probably tell, it's because I'm at my house. I mean, look at this lovely floral background behind me. Isn't it great? So yeah, I'm only here for about a week before I head up to college, so you'll be seeing the background change yet again in a week. There are a lot of things I want to talk to you about. My summer is ending, therefore I am in a different place, and I'm about to start my Lafayette College life again. But before I do, I wanted to go ahead and make a video basically about something that happened within the last week. So one day, as I was walking back from Google, I saw a police car go by. Now, for me personally, that's no big deal. I continue walking down this way back home, and again, I see another police car go by. Then a third, then a fourth, and then a fifth. And then I saw a fire truck go by, and then a second fire truck go by, and then two secret police cars zooming by. And for me, that is weird. So out of curiosity, I checked on the intern chat for Google, and I realized that there was someone that got shot outside, and it happened in Marriott, which is right next to Google, meaning that I just missed seeing a person die in a car while I was walking back. And what was even weirder about this entire experience was the next day when I was walking to Google, it was as if literally nothing had happened. And it made me start to wonder if this was a more common occurrence, that we see these crimes happen and by the next day they're just gone, as if the world just ignored it completely. And overall, it made me realize two things about this world. One, that these places that seem mundane, that seem normal, that seem like a sidewalk on the street, might actually have very interesting stories that we don't know about. And two, that me as a person, I could be 5 minutes away from something as life-changing as a shooting. So let's go jump into that first point, the mundaneness of all. The world is a pretty mundane and ordinary place when you're looking at the bare surface of it. When we walk to work, when we do something, we see a general pattern. People are walking to class, they're walking to work. And it seems standard, and it usually is. That's how our world usually works, or how we perceive it. And that's all fine and all until we start looking for the crack. There's a lot of examples that we can go with, but my favorite one is of course technology related. There's the deep web, and then there is the light web, the one that we see every day. For us, that light web is our Google. It is our Reddit, it's our Facebook, it's what the web presents itself as. While we do have some weird parts of the web that are already accessible just by us, you know, things like the Pirate Bay, those things are still generally accepted by society as things that are just going to be there. And while it is seen as like a shady area, it's just that. However, there's that deep web. So the deep web is basically something that cannot be accessed by normal terms, such as using a search engine. This contains the very ugly side of the internet. We're talking child porn, we're talking assassination websites, we're talking buying illegal drugs. And while these two sides are very separate, sometimes they'll intertwine. And it really is one of those red and blue pill situations. The idea that the blue pill is a calm, normal place where we go out in the sun, we chill, and we work, and then at nighttime we're back at our homes relaxing. And then there's the red pill. That red pill shows a more dangerous, a real side of humanity, the other side, not what views us not only as the happy-go-lucky world, but also as a more nitty-gritty side of things. It's a true reminder that the world does have those twists and turns, and we have to be aware of them. And if we do get entangled up in them, it does lead to the second thing, which is these life-changing events. Imagine leaving your desk, and there's a crime happening right in front of you, and you are a part of it. Your life can change dramatically. And while these things are closed off, like the jail that you might be pushed into, or the society that you haven't seen, you now become a part of it. And imagine walking into a place that mixes the light side of reality and the dark side of the world. And I feel that's what I just missed when I was walking past that crime scene. While we see these police cars that show us a darker side of things, or remind us that there is a darker side, when they actually show up to that crime scene, we hear of these actual crimes that were committed. We hear about a loss of a life, which to us only really happens with sickness or disease, or that's how we perceive it. And so this made me wonder, what would happen if I did see this? What would happen if I was physically reminded about the dark side of reality. And it made me realize I'm not really sure if I want to be that adventurous, whether I would really want to take something like that red pill. Because even though that red pill shows excitement, it shows fun really, it also shows that the world is kind of scary and we might not be the heroes that we want to be. And so, long story short, I'm not exactly sure where I want to really be. So my question is, after a year of just life and really moving on to the real world, or the real world that we like to see, what are your thoughts on this? Do you really feel like you would want to take that red pill, that you want to see the danger that can truly present itself, to see the extra risk that comes along with it? I'd love to know that answer, because honestly, I don't know myself. So hopefully you'll have a great year, and until then, see you next year.